I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider, from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas.
Just
I'm
win,
a
baby.
player, a boss player, and if you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters. I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider, from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. Cause I'm a player, boss player, and if you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters. I'm a Raider.
What is going on, Real Raiders podcast? I'm your host, Victor Freeze, with the co-host with the most, man.
Mariano.
And we're back to give you all the silver and black news, man. This week, that's right. This week we're gonna do it like we do every week. It's a little different. We're on Zoom calls for we are very health and everything that's going on conscious right now. So we're taking precautions and everything. We'll be back to regular formatting soon though. And we got 3 topics this week. Mariano, hit them with the topics that we're hitting them.
We got the news and notes of the week like we do every week. That's segment number 1. Segment number 2 is going to be the Colts takeaways from the last game, right? There's a lot to take away. You already know we're going to let you guys know what we see. And then we're going to finish it up with a preview of the Charger game, right? So we got some keys to victory that we're obviously going to go over. Mm-hmm. And then before we get into that, we got to let y'all know what the call/text line. You can hit us at 415-634-9086. Again, the Real Raider podcast, you can reach us at 415-634-9086. So, Vic, you kick it off with the news and notes of the week. What you got for us, pimp?
Well, first of all, I just want to say, we had done this whole episode on Zoom already for the fans and everything, right? We had some technical difficulties. So if there's lacking some energy in some parts or some of that nature, it's because it sucked the soul out of us the first time, and we're redoing it for the second time.
We did like a whole hour episode.
Yeah. Got in sidetracked different parts and everything, but I'll kick off the news and notes this week. And this is a big thing that we got is Waller has made an appearance at practice this week. He's back. He's practicing in a limited fashion. Along with him, we got Carl Nassib and guard Jordan Simmons. They're all back from the COVID list. We do know Waller is one of the most integral parts of our offense, and he's been dealing with that IT band injury, which, a lot of fans have been pissed and making speculations because it took longer than what they said it should take. But I'm just glad to see him back on the field and back in a crucial game, right? We're going up against the Chargers in the winner go home, and we're going to need them, especially because the Chargers suck against tight ends. But I'll talk more about that later. You want to hit him with the other injuries we should take note of, Mariano?
Yeah, Carl Nassib and Jordan Simmons are off the COVID list.
Our running back.
Oh, yeah, our running back, Josh Jacobs with the ribs, that whole situation after the last game. After every run, he was banged up, right? So he's got to have cracked ribs or something, but you got to tough it out. You got to thug it out for this game, right? That has to happen. I feel like Jonathan Hankins is also back. His back is something that we need to monitor.
Yeah.
He's something that he did not participate. Or actually, I'm sorry. The final injury report came out today before game time. And Jonathan Hankins was a light practice today.
Okay. That's good news.
Very good news.
Moving on to the next thing. We have another elephant in the room. You want to hit him with that, Mariano?
Yeah, the Nate Hobbs situation. What the hell, man? We got another player that gets a DUI.
Yeah.
Right? It's just, it's hard to believe. After the tragic situation that Henry Ruggs dealt with, it's hard to believe that someone else would be this foolish and this, uncognizant of what the hell is going on. It's just a shame.
It's disappointing, too, because, exactly like a year ago was the Josh Jacobs situation. And he got off, thankfully just crashing his car by himself, right? So, at this point in the season with everything we've been through and all the drama and everything, you should know better, especially at such a crucial week, bro. Like, it's just disappointing to see, like, some of these decisions these players are making. And, like, bro, you got to think, bro, you're going to throw away your whole career. You have a prime example in Henry Ruggs. Nate Hobbs is one of the best up-and-coming slot cornerbacks, which are hard to come by in the league, you know what I'm saying? and to throw it all away. You were a late round pick, bro. You're not. He wasn't a first round pick. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's got to be smarter, and all these young players got to be smarter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I wouldn't condone this during the off season, but you're this far away from the off season. We have another month of football.
Yeah.
Right? Like February, the beginning of February is when the Super Bowl is.
Yeah.
We're literally a month away from the Super Bowl. You get one more month of this grind where you lock into the season, and then you're done. And that clearly just hasn't resonated. He's 22 years old. It happened in Vegas.
Yeah.
Whatever. It is what it is. You got to be smarter with your decisions moving forward. You're an adult now. You know, you're not a child. So you gotta act like it.
On another front, we have the interesting situation of Will Compton.
Yeah.
He got cut, right? We saw him release that video showing nothing but love to Raider Nation and telling him it's just business and he understands. And real stand-up guy, Will Compton is. I love having him on the squad. Hard worker, comes in there every day, you know, works his tail off, and he got cut and then he got signed immediately, like it was the next day, right?
Yeah. Someone went on the COVID list.
Markel Lee.
Someone got it.
Markel Lee
went on the COVID list, so they're a little banged up. So they signed him back in 24 hours. Our episode that we just ran a couple days ago or yesterday, I can't even remember what day it was. Yeah, we were talking about how sad I was that he got cut.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites, bro. Messing with the boys, that's a sick podcast, you know. So we can only hope to get to that level.
Yeah, definitely. The next one we got, Mariano, it's about the weird situation on if we lose or if we tie. You wanna hit him with that?
Yeah. If we lose or if we tie, you talking about kneeling or what?
Like, so, you know, we agreed that it's win or go home, right? There's no
Absolutely.
no tying, no losing, and still hoping that, you know what I'm saying? But by the time it comes for our kickoff, we're gonna know, you know, if any situations are still available, like losing or tying and all of that nature. But we're not gonna rely on any of these other teams, basically. I don't want to. That's not respecting the game itself, and I love the game itself. You know what I'm saying? So, it's win.
The game deserves to be played.
Yeah, it's win or go home, basically. No other way around it.
Let me ask you this though. So let's say we know the outcome with the tie, hypothetically, right? Is we both get in. They play 4 quarters, right? And they're tied at the end of the 4th quarter.
Mm-hmm.
What if one team comes out and decides to take a knee? You think that's possible?
It's like, how much am I gonna trust my enemy at that point? Like, because you could, you know.
What could happen is, I heard on the Rich Eisen side, like that could happen, and then another person could just call timeout. Then they know. Then you know that they're not fucking with you. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, as a
he said, I want to know to trust my opponent. Let them take knees, just like we talked about it on the last episode.
Yeah.
Let the other team take the
just
knee.
fucking score.
The other team gets possession, and
I
then
know.
they go down and score the possession. That'd be hilarious, man.
As a football player, someone that loves the game, I wouldn't want that to happen, bro. I don't want to play the game out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, there's no way that you would want to.
Yeah.
Devalue the game like that.
Exactly.
For sure.
And your karma will probably bite you the next fucking week. You get blown out by doing some shit like that, you know?
Exactly.
And then the last one you had, which isn't on the list we have here, but remember you brought up a certain coach that's been talked about a lot right now?
Oh yeah, that's right. So I brought it up a few episodes ago. Jim Harbaugh, there's been a report that he would be interested in coming back and coaching the Raiders.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've loved that since the jump. And I seen another article today that how he could fix the Raiders, which I don't know how much the Raiders need to be fixed. They're in playoff contention without their head coach.
Yeah.
They just need another head.
It's an ideal situation to fall into. And, you know, Jim, he does want to come back to the NFL to finish what he didn't get done with the Niners, right? So he did what he had to do with Michigan. He got him to where he wants him to get. Probably, obviously, wants a BCS bowl with them too, but he just wanted to beat what was it, Ohio?
Yeah, Ohio State.
Yeah, he wanted to beat them for sure. He got that done. Yeah. So who knows? There's a lot of talk, there's a lot that he's willing to come back to the NFL. I'd love it. I'd love to have Jim Harbaugh as a coach,
Absolutely. And, I even said on the last episode, it's hard to recapture my energy for the conversation that we are having for the second time around.
Yeah.
But if Rich Bisaccia gets us into the playoffs and we get, God forbid, a playoff win, that's something that needs to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he needs to keep the job moving forward.
At least 1 year, right? To rock with Bisaccia.
Right.
I think he deserves that if he gets us a playoff win, for sure.
Right.
Even he's gonna get interviewed regardless, because we know he's on the list to get interviewed. He disappeared on me for a second.
My bad. Hold on, I'm just changing my pants here.
Rich Bisaccia and Gus Bradley are on the list to get interviewed for the head coaching position. So we both know that they're both going to get interviewed, but we'll see how it plays out. Would love Jim Harbaugh though, big name amongst the Raider Nation.
The more I think about it, me as a Raider fan, I think that I would really, my best scenario now, now that we're at the end of the season, and obviously we don't know the outcome yet. But in a perfect world situation, I'd probably prefer Rich Bisaccia to come back and this offensive coordinator, Greg Olsen, as well as Gus Bradley. Just because I don't want... Derek Carr took so long to learn Gruden's system.
Yeah.
Right? It took years. It took at least 3. He wasn't actually understanding it until year 3.
Yeah.
So...
Continuity.
Obviously, you got to... I don't know. The next, Jim Harbaugh, obviously he's going to want Derek Carr, but let's say it's not Jim Harbaugh and it's someone else. They may want to get rid of him. So, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a tough one.
Yeah, definitely. But, we'll see how it all plays out. That's going to be one of the most interesting off seasons for the Raiders for sure that we've had in a while.
I'm excited.
All right, let's move on to our takeaways from the Colts game, Mariano. What you got for us?
First and foremost, this defense came to play.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz was jacked up all week. He didn't practice all week. Stepped in and played the game and really showed he was inaccurate.
Yeah, all those virtual meetings took its toll.
He only had 10 yards up to that last drive that they had in the half.
Yeah.
So that's a credit to our defense, I believe. If you guys haven't watched the Hard Knocks already, it's really interesting because I was going to watch it either way, but especially since they were playing the Raiders this week.
Yeah.
And the way that they were dissecting the Raiders is, they seem, look, this quarterback is going to give us opportunities to make plays and get interceptions.
Yeah.
And obviously every defense, they want to get pressure on the quarterback. And when that happens, normally Derek Carr can make out-of-character plays, which did happen. He threw 2 picks, right? But he also diced them up at the end.
Yeah.
So that was huge. That was massive. Massive.
Yeah, well...
so all in all... Go ahead, man.
No, go ahead, finish.
I was going to say, all in all, defense came and balled out. Hunter Renfrow balled out. And everyone had a part in the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Other than Bryan Edwards and Deshaun Jackson. But
yeah.
Other than that, everyone pretty much got involved.
Yeah, definitely not. This defense is playing at another level, and it's the reason why we've been in these last 3 games. And if you notice, like some of the dumb touchdowns, like the one where Trayvon Morgan, the tip ball. That's the defense. That's not the defense's fault, right? That's like a fluke play. And then going up against the Browns, they only held them. They held them to 3 points, right? because the other points came off of turnovers. So you could see that this defense is playing like at an elite level, holding these teams to like very low scoring outcomes. And we need to continue this momentum. And we know that the running game is getting going right. We see the last 2 weeks, Josh Jacobs has been running like it's his rookie year, right? He's making people miss on the first, first level, things of that nature. Zay Jones, man. Zay Jones has been a hell of a contributor. He's not the best wide receiver out there, but Derek Carr trusts him, and all the looks that Derek gets him, he's showing his value, and that's why Derek has kept him on this team. I swear to God, Derek is the reason why he's still on this team, bro, because Zay Jones comes out there in the offseason, puts in that work with Derek, and Derek vouches for him. I feel like he would have been cut on any other NFL team, like, you know what I'm saying? But no?
Maybe.
I'm just saying. He comes in, he puts his head down, goes to work, and he has that repertoire with Derek Carr, and that's what's kept him on this team, bro. And it's paying off, especially when he needs weapons at this point, and
that's definitely going to be our number one need this offseason.
Yeah, definitely wide receiver 1, Devontae Adams. We'll save that for another episode, but yeah, no, it's definitely a complete game. Aside from the turnovers, Carr has to clean that up, especially going into playoffs and especially coming into this week, a must-win game. We'll talk more about that later, but just clean up those interceptions and those fumbles and all that things of that nature. And we're solid, but even if those things do happen, we see that the defense has our back, man, and it keeps us in the game. And Renfro's a GOAT, wide receiver number 1. Don't at me. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, 100%. I mean, there ain't no way he's not.
Yeah.
He's about to break Tim Brown's record this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Is playing 17 games, but it's still going to get broken. Either way, let's say hypothetically there wasn't a 17th game, he's second to Timmy.
That's crazy.
That's huge.
Yeah, as a slot receiver,
As a white boy, nobody else gonna say it. Hey, as a white boy,
yeah,
like me out there running routes. You know what I mean? Like just a normal dude. He looks like your substitute teacher that used to come into the classroom.
Oh, God. Yo, I got one more on here. Divine Diablo, man. He's just been playing outstanding on that defense. Taking over for Corey Littleton. You see some rookie blunders, but so far he's been playing better than Littleton. And he could cover the tight end better than Littleton too, And he plays downhill. He plays with more aggression than Littleton. It's just, I think it's Littleton's time to go from this team. He's just playing special teams at this point. So I
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Making $12 million to, run down on kickoffs and punts, That's challenging. That's a tough pill to swallow. Since we're talking about Divine Diablo, I really think he's going to be the X factor this week.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit because my notes I had on that. Like we talked about last time, but overall, it's a complete game, and this momentum that we got from these last 3 wins, we have to carry over into this Chargers game that we will now discuss, Mariano. You like that transition?
It is. I like it.
All right. I'll let you take the reins again.
Yeah, so it starts first and foremost with our defense, just like it has been the past 3 weeks that we've won the game.
Yeah.
My biggest issue is that these past 3 teams that we've played are run-first team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you, me, and everybody else knows that the Chargers are a throw-first team.
Facts.
And they sprinkle in Austin Eckler, right?
And they still throw him the ball.
And they still throw him the ball, exactly.
Yeah.
So the teams that we have had trouble with this year are the teams that really throw the rock.
Mm-hmm.
We've proven that we can stop it. We stopped Dak Prescott, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dak Prescott isn't playing the best football, but at the end of the day, the motherfucker can throw for like 400 to 500 yards any given Sunday, right? So we're proving that we can stop it. This really boils down to if we can get pressure on Justin Herbert and then Divine Diablo. We kind of talked about it earlier. Last time, Austin Eckler ate the Raiders defense up.
He was burning Perryman.
Burning Perryman and Littleton as well. Littleton was getting toasted, right?
Yeah.
The little wheel routes and just killing us. So ultimately, I think Devon Diablo, his ability to run, will be able to hopefully keep Austin Eckler in check this game.
Yeah, that's what we discussed last week, that Devon Diablo will be able to contain Austin Eckler this week, as opposing last time, we didn't have that on the field, right? So that's going to be huge this game. That's going to make a difference. In the defense, they have 2,000-yard receivers and Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, right? But we have 2 top 10 corners, so it's like the unstoppable force meets the fucking immovable object, right? It's, and then on top of that, even their 3rd and 4th string guys, like, was it Jalen Guyton and I forgot their other guy, but they make big plays down the field too, bro. Especially when those other guys are, occupied getting all the double teams and whatnot. They get their own down the field. But I trust Desmond Trufant. He's been playing great. Brandon Faison, he's been playing great. Keyshawn Nixon, you might get a little bit more burned considering the Nate Hobbs situation, but when he had to get burned, he was great in his situational play, right? So, it's going to be a good matchup. That's all I can say. I think Devon Diablo being on our side for this game is definitely going to be an X factor that's going to be different from the last game to this game.
Yeah. Another thing, too, is Derek Carr. How's he going to respond?
Mm-hmm.
How's he going to respond to Joe talking all that mess at
the
end of the game? He can say whatever he wants in front of the camera, but at the end, it bothers him, bro. I mean, you, me, everybody else knows that Derek Carr is going to want to come out and ball out against Joey Bosa.
Yeah.
Then there's the question if Brandon Parker is even, worthy of lining up against Joey Bosa. But he's been holding his own the past few weeks.
He has. But I think it was Sanjeev broke down some film, and there's still a lot of those questionable plays sprinkled in there, but as a whole, the offensive line has been playing outstanding compared to what they played before,
Right. Really, really well. And a lot of it's on DC too. You can't hold the rock, man. You can't hold the rock. Even in the Colts game, I understand no one is open, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of these quarterbacks that are coming out and making plays, they're, unscripted plays, which means you're rolling out of the pocket, or he did a great job on that last drive of stepping up in the pocket, moving out of the side, moving to the side, stepping up, right? You got to do that every play, man. You can't just,
Yes.
The worst feeling is when I'm watching the game and you see them just swarm and he just kind of holds the ball.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst.
You don't try to get it off.
Roll out, do something.
Or at least just try to throw out of the sack or something, But,
right.
That's what I was talking about.
Carson Wentz was doing last week, too. Carson Wentz was they almost sacked him and then he throw it away.
Yeah. That's what I was getting to last time we spoke, too, that he needs to take that momentum and play with that same energy from here on out, from the Chargers game when we get to week 1 of playoffs. If we win that game, continue. Because that's the Derek Carr we need if we want to make any sort of run to the Super Bowl. That's the Derek Carr that we're going to need on the field, you know what I'm saying, to potentially get to the promised land.
Technically, we're undefeated for 2022, so.
Hey, new year, new slate. I don't remember last year.
That's right.
No, but definitely.
I'm wrong.
Definitely, we got to get the offense to get the running game going, because that slows down guys like Joey Bosa as well. We know that. The running game has come to the last 2-3 weeks. We have to continue that. More play action. And then, getting Darren Waller back is huge, because the freaking Chargers are worse in the league and giving up yards to the tight end position. So we have to take advantage of that, and having the top 3 tight end in the league is going to be huge this game. So he's got 2 limited practices in this week. So hopefully it's good for us. We need that Derek Carr, same energy from the Cowboys game, same energy from last game, And Man, it's gonna be slated to be a good one. It's nervous, man. I feel like I'm going on a date with a girl for the first time. You know what I'm saying? It's those kind of nerves. Oh, excuse me.
That was cap.
No, but what I want to say is one of the biggest games in the since the 2016, which when we got to the playoffs wasn't shit because we fucking played with backup quarterback, right? So we didn't get our fair chance, and this is the biggest game of my fucking since we went to the Super Bowl, bro. To be honest, bro.
100%, yeah. If there's any time to play, it's right now. You get one more shot to do it. I'm gonna be so sad. If we don't get no more Raider football.
Bruh.
I mean, I'm not gonna know what to do with my Sunday.
Just twiddling your thumbs.
Yeah. Have to actually get up and do something, you know?
But nah. For real, this is gonna be... Hopefully we can continue to fucking make more content going into the playoffs, because if not, we're just gonna come on here bitching and crying about the Raiders not being in the playoffs.
I shed a couple tears.
Oh shit.
Carry on. But at least either way, right? I mean, I like to set myself up for this. To be let down. That's all that I've done. That's all that's happened to me as a Raider fan my whole life.
That's what's happened the past fucking 20 years. So.
However many years, yeah. So ultimately, even if it does happen, I'm kind of excited to see the future of the Raiders. Clearly, we've built a good team, right? Sprinkle in a few more things, and hats off to Mike Mayock, man. Bring in Denzel Perryman. That was a very late off-season trade. That was like almost preseason, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because
between his late round draft picks and the Denzel Perryman trade, his free agents that he picked up, Phylon, Quentin Jefferson.
Yeah.
I mean, you name it, they revamped this defensive line this offseason. And without Mayock and his talent evaluated, we wouldn't be nowhere near where we are now.
No, yeah, that's facts.
So, at least I can say for a fact, if Mark Davis doesn't bring Mike Mayock back, I'm pissed.
Yeah, bro, that'd be a huge fumble, especially with all the gems that we get coming from Mike Mayock. And now we get a chance to see him, not have Gruden controlling the first couple picks, right? We get to get actual talent. I'm so used to fucking Raiders doing some fuck shit like DJ Hayden or some shit like that,
It's not that hard. You don't have to be the smartest man in the room.
Exactly, bro.
I seen him first before anyone else seen him. No, you take the consensus pick.
Yeah.
One thing that the Raiders have not done for the past 20 fucking years, they have not taken a consensus pick, other than Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Those two picks were like consensus. Okay, we know that they're going to take these players.
And they still work in the NFL. They're still in the NFL. So.
Right, exactly. So it's not that hard to fumble this, man. They gotta figure it out. So.
Yeah. But again, sidetrack. You got any last notes on the Chargers game, Mariana?
Nah, just win, baby.
Just win, man.
We gotta come in and win. I think I'm gonna put a bet. I think I'm gonna place a bet.
I might have to too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you how I'm gonna go. Wait, who you betting on, dude?
I'm betting on the Raiders.
On the Raiders?
Yeah.
Okay, I got burned the past 2 times that I bet on the Raiders.
Maybe don't bet on the Raiders then.
Did I mention this on the pod?
I don't think you mentioned it, but I know you sent me the ticket.
Yeah, I bet $500 on the Raiders to beat the Chiefs at the beginning of the first time we played the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. That's when we got blew the fuck out. The second time is when I went to the Bengal game in Vegas.
Uh-huh.
I bet $300 on the Raiders to win. Right?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna tell you a little story. I had this OG that I work with, a big time sports guy, just like me, right? It's gonna be me in like fucking 50 years, however long it's gonna be. Real cool guy. Anyways, he tells me whenever you bet on your team, one thing that you should do is you should bet on the other team, money line. And money line means that it's a pick 'em. Whoever, there's no spread,
Yeah.
pick the winner, right? Here's the logic. So if I go down and I place a bet of $500 on the Chargers, right? Hypothetically. If the Raiders lose, guess what? I just won $1,100, right? If the Raiders win, I just paid $500 for the Raiders to go to the playoffs. Let's go.
That's good logic.
I think I'm gonna do it, man. I think I'm just gonna put the money on the Raiders. That way, like, let's say the Raiders do lose, they break my heart, but they also line my pockets. You know what I mean? So.
Oh God, man. On that note, I'm gonna call it for this podcast. All right, I think that's all we got for this week, everybody. Hopefully it doesn't come to an end this week, but we'll still be back next week to deliver content. And then probably after that, we'll probably be back whenever we get a new head coach or some news, comes out about the Raiders. And then free agency, yada, 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 things of that nature. But that's it. That's all we got for this week, man. I love creating content for this channel. The Instagram goes up. YouTube be going up. We just need more subscribers. I don't know. You guys watch the videos, no subscribers. I don't know what that's about. But, hit that subscribe button if you're watching this right now. Anyways, I appreciate all the interactions on whatever it is you're viewing this or watching this or listening to this. Love making content on here, and if we make it to the playoffs, I'm gonna be even more juiced to make some more content. So, you know what it is, man. Just win, baby. We're going to the playoffs. We are going to the playoffs. I'm manifesting it right now. But this is the Real Raiders podcast, and we're out of here, man.